I'm here and I'm going to shout. I'm going to shout at all of you who are here. I'm going to shout at all my friends in Texas and all my friends from around the country who are praying for us today. I am the regional coordinator for Silent No More in San Antonio and Austin and the surrounding counties. And I'm here to tell you how abortion has had a devastating effect on my life. I found out I was pregnant when I was 19. The one thing that sticks in my mind still today is all the lies that I heard from that point on. I received no help or alternatives from the few friends that I told. And at that time, in 1971, before Roe versus Wade was even legal, my boyfriend pressured me and arranged for me to go to New Mexico to have the abortion. Even my Catholic doctor gave me an alternative to have an abortion. And I felt that I was trapped. So for those who tell you that it's all about a woman's choice, women feel they have no choice. What they don't tell you is that you eliminate a life and that you only add an insurmountable number of other lifelong problems. Since abortion was not legal in Texas, I went to New Mexico. I remember not feeling anything at all throughout the process. Just feeling very numb. I do remember the sound of the suction machine that took the life of my child out of my body. And that will never, never go away from me. During the examination before, the doctor was very cold, impersonal. He did not feel anything for me at all. He told me that it was just a blob of tissue. He did not tell me about any other options. Before I left, I was completely reduced to tears, and he gave me a prescription for birth control pills, as if that was going to solve all my problems. The next day at the hospital, I felt that I was part of a cattle call. None of the other girls in the hospital looked at one another. We all kept our heads down. Although I had been told that I would not feel any pain, there was a great deal of pain. The nurse held my hand, but she said nothing. For some perverse reason, the doctor told me that it was a boy. I cannot explain the great sense of loss that I felt after the hospital. No one walked me out. No one checked to see how I was doing. No one checked to see if I was bleeding. They just let me go. So that's what Planned Parenthood and abortion facilities do for women. I learned quickly to hide my feelings and put on a good front. but I was always very miserable and lonely inside. The intense feeling of loneliness remained with me for many years. When I heard that Roe versus Wade had legalized abortion in 1973, I felt sick to my stomach. And I felt completely hopeless. It's been many years, and through much counseling, a number of spiritual retreats, and a very loving husband, that I've been able to accept my sin and to accept God's mercy and forgiveness. I know now that women and girls are lied to and they're abused when they have an abortion. And yet they tell us that abortion is health care. But I'm here to tell you there's nothing healthy about an abortion. Not for mothers, not for the fathers, not for families, and certainly not for the babies. Abortion has negatively affected my marriage, my self-worth, my emotional and physical health, my children, and most of all, my first child, whose name is Joseph. And for the sake of Joseph, I will be silent no more.